Okay, so let's dive in and unpack this briefing document for the big one, the Integrated Coursework Assessment, ICA3.
Yeah.
Our goal here is to just, quickly distill what you need to know for this 35-mark sustainability project. Basically, fast-track you straight to the key action items.
Yeah, and I think what's really fascinating here is the big picture. This isn't just some abstract assignment. You're actually creating a project proposal and a pitch for a real client.
A real client.
Yes, XYZ Environmental Engineering, and they're working directly for HDB. The entire thing is tied directly to the Singapore Green Plan 2030, which means the stakes and the relevance are very real.
Okay, so let's get into the choices. The group has to pick one of two paths, and they both focus on HDB estates, which makes sense since, over 80% of Singaporeans live there?
Exactly.
So path one is the city and nature track. The core question is, how might we transform HDB void decks into greener and eco-friendly spaces?
And just to clarify, the void decks, we're talking about those open, sheltered community areas under the apartment block. So transforming them means like incorporating green spaces, maybe some energy-efficient amenities right into those hubs.
Got it. And path two, that one's called Energy Reset. It's centered on the question, how might we encourage HDB residents to reduce energy consumption? And for this, you're designing a small gadget or maybe an app.
Something to help with monitoring and conservation. But look, whichever path you choose, the required steps are pretty much the same. You need solid research, brainstorming and ideation, and then a prototype.
A non-working prototype, it says, so a visual model.
A visual model, yes.
Okay.
And then you wrap it all up in an A3 digital concept poster. But here's the key thing the brief really stresses. The idea has to be innovative, but, and this is the tricky part, it also has to be practical, scalable, and affordable.
That's the real tension, isn't it? That mix of, blue sky thinking, but with very grounded real-world constraints.
That's the core of the MARC scheme right there. They're grading your critical thinking, not just a flashy idea. They want to see that you understand that HDB projects have to be cost-effective for mass deployment.
Okay, that clarifies the creative work. But none of it matters if you miss the deadlines. So when is everything due?
Let's break down ICA3A, the main project. Two big deadlines. First, the digital poster submission. That's week 15, Sunday, the 1st of February, 2026.
Before midnight.
Before 23.59 hours, yes. Then the final presentation is in week 16. That's Friday, February 6th, during the lecture hours.
Wait, a 15-minute slot for all members to present. That's incredibly tight.
It is. It puts a lot of pressure on clarity and just being ruthless with your editing.
So the presentation structure is almost as important as the idea itself.
Absolutely. And that's not even all of it. Remember, 10 of those 35 marks are all about your soft skills.
Ah, right. ICA 3B and 3C.
Exactly. ICA 3B is the in-class team meeting observation that happens earlier, week 14, on Friday the 23rd of January. And to succeed there, you really need to show you're actively listening, being supportive, using those team meeting skills effectively.
And the last 5 marks, ICA 3C, that's the peer evaluation, week 15. So your team grades you on your contribution and quality of work.
So if you think about it, this whole brief isn't just grading your sustainability idea. It's grading your readiness for a real corporate team environment. If you fail on the team dynamics part, you're basically saying you can't manage group complexity.
Which is a complete non-starter in the professional world. So the key takeaway here seems to be, focus your research on what HDB residents actually need, and make sure every single idea connects back really robustly to the Singapore Green Plan 2030. That's what gives it weight.
And if you tie all those threads together, you see that success isn't just about how clever the final prototype is, it's also about how impeccably your team works together. Which I guess leaves us with a pretty important question to think about moving forward. In a high-stakes project like this, what's more critical? The quality of the final product? Or is demonstrating that seamless team collaboration the ultimate measure of success?